Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down, 30 base.
Time to go, night. Switch.
6-6, pull it high. 5.
They begin the drive with Hines, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I don't think you got it.
Orbit. Now.
2nd and 9 now. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Go.
Watch the motion.
54.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Set up. 90 Wolf. 80 weapons.
Push him back. Check 24.
Gone.
Safety's creeping.
Ready.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Wahoo!
55.
Big River.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his his own 6-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get off the field. Let's get off the field. Joker, 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 joker. Kill, kill, kill. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. '54's Mike. 54's Mike.
He'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Let's go,
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Protein spill.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Kill, 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 kill.
Hey, Sam off.
Turn it out, turn it out. You gonna turn it.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Badgley's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Check 31. Check 31.
Topper! Topper!
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now!
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. The first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big time play.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Blue draw Corkins.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Yo.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw now on first down. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, high 7.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Matchbox lights. Hit it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
It's been a long day for you.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shift.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, rocket, 5.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
80 weapon.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Sponge. No.
Now.
On second down, it's Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
I'm going to run you over.
Shift. 21. 11. Hey, Charlie.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Got it.
That's mine. I got him.
21.
Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 82 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Hey, Sam. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A first update now from Cleveland. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Move.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
2nd and 10. Able to find his running back, Geis. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, baby. 1st and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Geis again. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, Delta.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Check hot route. Hot.
On 1st down, this is Geis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
'45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Fight.
They'll look to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will get him one closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Alert 3.
Topper.
No.
Hey, orbit.
So that'll back him up 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Check.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, wahoo.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Rock it.
Showing up.
Yep.
Move.
Ready.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
On the set.
Check. 55 to Mike.
5.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe.
Get it.
2nd and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
They'll drop the throw. Completes it to Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Falcons 31, Panthers 28.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Stay with your man.
They run again with Hines. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Good track, good track. Shoot!
X3, 218, chop.
Check 43.
Look at me, zipper.
And that'll set them back 5.
Play to win. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game.
Watch the curl.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 5-4. Check tight end. Check
Now.
Check tight. Big dance. Come. He's coming. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nyheim Hines, 62 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage. Maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And Thomas has it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
You draw quarter.
Watch the edge. Check nickel.
Let's go, Mike.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bombers, we 2 jet bombers. Hey, Alpha.
Wide, get wide.
Snap.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 55, Mike.
Looking to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Score. Ready.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Pick up the ball. Switch it.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 25.
Hey, Charlie, on the ball. Get it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. A beautiful fake. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, tight. Slam. Check. Lucky.
Hey, foxtrot.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Check 45 to Mike.
Go. Hit it.
Geis. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
45 to Mike. Watch the run. 45. Mike.
Go.
2nd and 14. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Watch the safety creep. Check your hot read.
6-6, pull it high.
Check 37.
Now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You can't block me.
Hey.
Watch that. Watch quick.
Greystone travel.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Tighten up.
Space.
Gun.
Bravo.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Here we go, team.
On third down, Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Panthers 42, Falcons 38.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a two-score swing that you just gave up.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Mike, 50, 51.
Shoot. SOS.
Now Ryan. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Switch.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
54. Check.
54, down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Y'all not ready.
Shit.
Hey, wait. Hey, orbit. Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Gun.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Hey, it's Chris. Hey, Wahoo.
He's back to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
54, right there.
51, down.
Come get some.
Five.
He don't want it. Take 4.
51.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Base. Hey, son.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, second and 15.
Hey, keep it up. 39.
Let's go.
Hey, got it.
Number 53, Mike 53. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 53's the Mike. 53.
Back to throw. This one caught by Ridley. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. This is Hines. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
20.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. Mike's 5'4".
One last shot for Ryan. And this is going to be caught. It's caught, and they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I'd given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
Check three.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. So the touchdown on the final play won it. What a game. And then, interestingly, they went for 2 to rub a little salt in the wound, and they got it.
Called it like it was a video game, didn't they?
They did.
Go ahead and get some more points. Kind of reminds me of that old coach in those bitter rivalry games. Coach, why'd you go for 2 at the end of the game you didn't need?